Rookies in the NBA are a very interesting thing to watch for a whole host of reasons, not the least of which is that, technically speaking, you never know what to expect from them when they arrive. Sure, they could be high draft picks or even low draft picks, but until they get out on the court, they're just unproven commodities. But in the case of some rookies, they prove that there's something special almost immediately. There were many big-name rookies in the NBA last season, but the one that really stood out the most was not Zion Williamson, it was Ja Morant. And the world will remember him before long, so allow us to show you the top 8 reasons why the NBA should fear Ja Morant. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 8. He takes it to the All-Star without hesitating.
And these moments also show why Memphis has been able to rally around a rookie.
When you're a rookie, one of the things that is usually beaten into you is that you don't go and punch above your weight class, meaning that you don't go and disrespect the veterans on your squad. You don't try and prove too dramatically that you're better than them. And arguably, the most important thing is that you don't go and diss certain NBA All-Stars who are better than you. But Ja Morant didn't care about that in his rookie season. Far from it. He not only took it to everyone who was put up against him, he was talking trash all day long if he felt he was being disrespected. The most classic of these moments by far was when James Harden, All-Star, MVP, and one of the best shooters around, was guarding him in a game, and he felt so little of a threat from Ja Morant that he gave him plenty of space to shoot. So Ja Morant did just that. And when he did that, he drilled a 3 to shut Harden up for good, and on the way back down the court, the camera caught him saying, "Tell that motherfucker about me," meaning that he was going to respect his threat level and not do any weak defense on him. That got a lot of people's attention. Number 7. Go where they want you.
It's a defense, that's what it is all about. Morant on the throw.
There are many factors that lead to a player getting recruited by an NBA team, and one of the biggest ones is how that player was in college. But while Ja Morant was lights out in college, no one thought that he would be coming out of high school. Morant was not ranked by recruiting services, ESPN, 24/7 Sports, or Rivals. His only high major NCAA Division I offer came from South Carolina. He was accidentally discovered by mid-major program Murray State of the OVC in July 2016, when assistant coach James Kane attended a camp hoping to see a player who was joining his team. While looking for a snack, Kane noticed Morant playing a 3-on-3 game in an auxiliary gym. Impressed, he contacted head coach Matt McMahon, who soon offered Morant a scholarship. In September 2016, Morant committed to playing for Murray State during dinner at McMahon's house. His father said, quote, "Every parent wants their child to play at a big-time program, but what I realized is, don't go where you want to be, go to where they want you," end quote. And Murray State wouldn't regret that. Number 6. Undesirable to undeniable.
He does such a great job of just extending the double team, and then...
While many didn't see Ja Morant as a potential threat on the court, he quickly proved that he was a force to be reckoned with. In his first game with Murray State, he only had 8 points, but he had 11 assists, proving he was a facilitator. As the season went on, his skills improved even more, and he led the team to the OVC championship and a berth in the NCAA tournament. Then, in his second season, he was turning heads all over the place between his incredible shooting and his assist ability. In a loss, he scored 38 points, the 12th most ever by a player in his school's history, proving that he could really pour it on. He broke the OVC record for most consecutive 3 throws made in a game, and he became the 10th player in Murray State history to record a 40-point game. Morant also became the first NCAA Division I men's player in 20 years to tally at least 40 points, 10 assists, and 5 steals in a single game. At the end of the regular season, he was named OVC Player of the Year and First Team All-OVC, while leading the NCAA Division I in assists. He closed his sophomore campaign averaging 24.5 points, 5.7 rebounds, 10 assists, and 1.8 steals per game. Morant became the first NCAA player to ever average at least 20 points and 10 assists per game in a single season. So yeah, he was a threat, and as a result of that, he was drafted number 2 overall by the Memphis Grizzlies, and they too wouldn't regret their decision to get Ja Morant. Number 5. His rookie season.
Whoops, where'd he go? Okay, hold on, let me compose myself.
Before we label his stats for his rookie season, we do have to note that obviously, since it was a shortened season due to the pandemic and then the bubble playoffs, that some of these numbers are a bit skewed. But don't let that diminish what Ja Morant did in just his first season. Because not only did he win the Rookie of the Year award without much effort, He is also one of only 9 players in NBA history, including himself, to average 17 points and 6 assists in a game in their rookie season. That's very impressive. Oh, and the company he's keeping? Oscar Robinson, Allen Iverson, Trae Young, another impressive rookie from last year, Damian Lillard, Damon Stoudemire, Magic Johnson, Steve Francis, and Isaiah Thomas. 4 of those guys are Hall of Famers right now, and a few of the others might be Hall of Famers in the future. So yeah, just those stats alone, they should fear Ja Morant, because he's clearly putting in the work and trying to make sure that no one can touch him. Number 4. Efficiency.
Tucker, and yes, that is your starting point guard for the Memphis Grizzlies.
Another thing that needs to be talked about in terms of Ja Morant's game is that not only is he good at shooting, not only is he good at putting the ball in the net or getting it to someone who can, it's that he's honestly very efficient when he's shooting. If the NBA has learned one thing over the last several years, is that you can get 40+ points if you shoot up enough shots, and it doesn't necessarily make you a great player. With Ja Morant though, his efficiency shows that he's someone you have to take seriously every time he has the ball, because if you don't, he's likely going to score on you. And you have to believe that as time goes by, he's going to get even more efficient in his game, which is both awesome and something that will be terrifying to behold, if you're on the opposite side of him. Number 3. Assists.
Morant down the lane, plays it up. It is!
As noted, Ja Morant isn't just a scorer, he's a passer, and he'll happily give his teammates the ball in order to get the points. This is a very bad thing for his opponents, because that means he's not a selfish player. He's willing to give the ball up in order to help his team win. There are many selfish players in the league, but Ja Morant isn't one of them, and that makes him a better player outright. Number 2. Clutch gene.
Wow.
Morant's first trip to Charlotte brought out dozens of family members and friends who watched him grow up in South Carolina. He didn't disappoint with a driving layup between 3 defenders with 0.7 seconds left to give the Grizzlies a 117-115 win. It sent his father running in the arena and almost onto the court. Brendan Clark jumped for joy, and the Grizzlies bench cheered wildly while Morant yelled to the Hornets crowd. It also completed his first NBA double-double, 23 points and 11 assists, as he showed he'd become one of the league's leading fourth-quarter scorers. And when you have the ability to make shots like that in the fourth quarter in your rookie season, yeah, you're a threat. Number 1. He's going to keep getting better.
Morant now is 17-8 in the quarter. Nobody accounted for him.
Arguably, the scariest thing about Ja Morant as a player is that he's already turning heads, and he's just a rookie. We've seen what happens when rookies continually get better over the years. They turn into legends and all-stars. Now, as for how this will go for Morant, we can't speculate, but when you watch him on the court, you can tell that he's a presence that can't be denied. He has skills, and he knows it. He doesn't just want to win, he wants you to know that it's him who beat you. In a few years' time, if the Grizzlies are able to put some key pieces around him, he could easily be the leader of an NBA title contender, and that's scary. So what do you think? What do you think of this look at the Memphis Grizzly player, Ja Morant, and how he's likely going to be a force in the NBA before too long? Which of these reasons or moments from Ja Morant proves in your mind that he is indeed going to be something special before too long? Do you think that with a few more pieces on his team, they'll contend for the NBA title? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.